What's been going on recently that has been fun or cool in your life?
Fun or cool in my life? You know what? I started because I was an axe thrower for a long time, so I actually started. I'm now one of the axe coach consultants for General Hospital.
What?
Yeah, isn't that weird?
What does that mean?
Okay, so there's like multiple characters on the show. You know what General Hospital is, right?
The TV show.
Yeah, the old, like long running.
I auditioned for like amputee leg guy.
That makes sense. That sounds about right.
Yeah.
Anyway, there's a bunch of like lawyer characters on the show who like go to an axe throwing venue a lot to like relieve stress or whatever, and so none of them know how to throw axes, and so they hire people like me to come and basically double them to throw axes for them, and then teach them how to throw axes. So I've taught the same lady how to throw an axe, probably 6 times, and every time I go in there, she's like, "Oh my god, we're gonna have to go all over again, sweetie." I'm like, "Okay, sounds good. It's not that hard."
So you know how to throw axes?
Yeah. I was a competitive axe thrower for
what the fuck? That's so cool.
3.5 years, maybe 2.5, 3 years.
And
yeah.
Where do you do that?
Well, so I worked at an axe throwing venue in North Hollywood, like in the industrial district, for like about 4 years.
Oh,
that
wow.
was like my day job at LA for a minute.
Yeah.
And I was like a manager there and everything.
Yeah.
But I started as a coach, and because I liked it, I started competing. And so I've done like 2 international competitions for axe throwing.
Wow.
Didn't do very good, by the way.
It's okay.
But
yeah, it's all right. I don't think anybody would even know where to. Most people wouldn't even know where to start.
Well,
with,
it's
like,
the
an
most, and I don't know like how deep you want to go in your podcast, but it's the most
and go like if you were to throw the axe and went deep in the trash.
Yeah, okay, it's the most like conservative white man sport on earth.
Oh, yeah.
On earth, bro. Like
you
it's
have to watch their beer belly that it doesn't get in the way of the axe.
Yeah. I always say I have a joke. It's like every conservative dad you ever met and the one transgender person who's obsessed with D&D.
Oh yeah,
and that's the crew of axe throwers.
And they're somehow like cool with each other, and you're like, it's all coming together because it's axe. Yeah.
This was like, I want to say this is during the 2020 election, maybe, but
yeah,
it was a really liberal girl who worked there. I don't want to say any names or anything, but she would come into this axe throwing venue where everybody's 40 and conservative. I swear to God.
Yeah.
And she would coerce people to do, those like voting cards, like you handwrite them to be like, "Hey, Florida, make sure you vote this year."
Yeah.
And you mail them and shit.
Yeah.
So she wanted to do that, but no one would join her because. When it's so awkward. Way to go to a rec center.
Yeah.
Imagine going to your gym and some guy is like, "Hey man, I need you to sign these cards so I can start like helping the homeless."
Okay.
Right? It's crazy, right? It's so weird.
Yeah.
Hey, so nobody started helping her at all, and it was over like a course of 2 weeks. And the way she started coercing people to sign these cards, is she'd be like, "You don't want to do it? That makes you a Nazi." Like literally, so you just walk around this like large axe ring event, you're calling people Nazis. And then I had to kick her ass out. I'm being serious. I had to be like, "You have to leave." She'd be like, "Why?" I was like, "Well, you're kind of verbally assaulting people."
Yeah. You can't just walk around and call people Nazis.
Like, I'm Jewish. I can do that. And I was like, I don't think that's how that works.
I don't think so. I don't think you get the pass.
Yeah, I don't think like anyone can call anyone Nazis, bro.
But also, you call one person Nazi, it's like that's a big deal. I mean, you start using that kind of like
rhetoric.
It's like, "Oh, I hate that guy. He's a
Nazi."
Every person you hate, you're like,
"It's a Nazi." Yeah.
Okay, but then if you really hate that guy, what do you call them? Like ultra Nazi? Is there ranks to it, or how do you? Yeah, so you kind of probably need to,
it's crazy. I just remember because I was a manager at the time, so one of my employees came over and was like, "Hey," and this big dude named Bill. Sorry, I shouldn't use names, but he was literally like,
Bill.
"Hey, so she came over and." Do I look like a Nazi shirt? I was like, "No, dude, where did that come from? What the hell?"
It's like, could you be really honest with me, man?
I feel bad because like
Nazi. Yeah,
I feel like a Nazi.
What is that? Dude, you're fine. What? Yeah.
Anyway, so that's
crazy.
That's been my weird story. That's my weird day job story.
Cool. That's insane. Like, and how do you throw an axe?
Okay, that's a good question. How do I describe it to you without actually doing it?
Use
right?
the mic.
Yeah. Okay, you just like throw it. So okay, my best way to describe it. I'll tell a story. Okay, when I was a coach, I coached in the second string pitcher for the Dodgers.
Oh wow.
Don't remember his name.
Okay.
I don't really give a shit.
Yeah.
No offense to the guy.
Yeah. Shout out to him.
Yeah. Anyway, he came in with his wife for a date night, and his wife is just like darting these perfect throws every single time. Okay.
Yeah.
And then he comes up, and in a 2-hour session, this guy broke, I think, 8 to 9 axes.
Whoa!
Just kept snapping them. Just kept throwing it too hard, whatever, snapping them.
Yeah.
And I had no idea who he was. So after like an hour and 30 minutes, he was like, "What the hell is going on, man? You're a terrible coach. And I was like, no, dude, I'm a great coach. Your wife is slaying this game, dude. What do you do for a living? And he was like, yeah, I am. And I was like,
put that away, sir.
Yeah,
Please.
Dude, shut up, bro. Winston Duke was in here yesterday. I don't give a shit who anybody is, bro. You know. Anyway, he's like, I'm a professional baseball player. I'm a pitcher, and I was like, oh, so you're never gonna throw an axe correct, right? Because like the way you throw an axe is you just go straight back, straight forward.
Okay.
Right? And this guy has a career of twist flicking. You know what I mean? And so like, there's no way, because all it is like straight back, straight forward, straight back, straight forward. That's all axe throwing is. It's very simple.
Yeah.
It's very straightforward. But because you're holding a weapon, people get very scared.
Yeah.
You know? Or they overcompensate and throw too hard because they want to be like Viking men.
Yeah.
And it's
Well, when I was a kid, we lived in Iowa, and so we had these like farmer friends that lived kind of in the middle of nowhere, and they would let us come over sometimes, and they had a barn that like they had a shooting range in the barn, but then also axe throwing in the barn.
Yeah, sure. That makes sense.
And I was probably like 7 years old or something, and they were like, "You want to try it?" I was like, "Yeah, let's do it." But then that fear of like you're holding a weapon was like so like I was like, "Holy shit!" Like as a 7-year-old, I was like, "This is real. I could like do something with this." And I went to throw it, and something in my brain was like, "But what if you hit someone?" I was like, "Oh yeah, for sure." So I'll just hold on to it. So as I was, I just held on. And for some reason, I just held the hatchet and it just went straight into my shoe.
You can get hurt, did you?
No.
Thank God. You're so lucky, dude.
But I was like, my Skechers light up. So just like protecting me from having just a severed foot, which I could have gone on General Hospital.
Yeah, no, for sure, man.
But yeah.
That's nuts, dude.
When you say that, I just was reminded of, you
want to hear some horror stories?
Yeah.
I got you. I literally have so many horror stories.
Yeah.
There's one time we had all these rules of this venue, which is closed now, by the way, not because of the horror stories, but it didn't do good business. Anyway, always tell people, don't fuck with the axes, right? It's obvious, right? I feel like as an
actor too, you're like, hey, don't touch my props.
But also it's just like as a general sense of danger or like common sense, you should know not to like fuck with a weapon. You know what I mean? Anyway, people tend to like, because also most axe throwing venues are bars.
Yeah.
So people get drunk as shit and throw axes. Yeah, right? So people get more and more drunk, and I have two stories for you. As people were getting more drunk, this one time a guy, we're like, brother, we have a rule. It's on the wall. Do not juggle the axes. I feel like it's dumb as shit. We have to tell people that, but don't juggle the axes. You're gonna get hurt. It's a weapon, right? This guy's like, fuck you. I could juggle these axes. No problem. No problem. And like the easiest way to juggle an axe is you just toss it up and let the weight of it rotate, and you catch the handle again.
Okay.
Because it's heavy on one side, so the other side will flip faster, right? Whatever. Centripetal force, whatever.
Fucking what? I don't even
know. Math, bro. It's not even math.
Science.
So you flip it. It flips over. You catch the handle. Okay.
Okay.
This guy tries that move, and it doesn't turn fast enough. So as he's catching it, he just he literally just catches the blade in his hand, and like he was facing me at the manager podium perfectly. So he wink and just looks up at me, and I just go like that. I just shrug at him. I'm like, you shouldn't have done it.
Yeah.
Because he's just holding the axe, and I walk over. I'm like, hey man, you hurt? He's like, I don't know. And I was like, we got to move the axe off your hand, right? The second he cut, there's this huge cut line on his hand. He's bleeding his ass off, right? He signed a waiver. This was all goddamn
it's
fault.
on him.
So, so we were like, all right, we'll call an ambulance, right? Okay. That one was crazy. That was the worst one, right?
Yeah.
The second worst one I ever saw was a drunk lady. Got drunk as shit off of like 9 wine bombers, whatever the fuck they're called.
Good for her.
And she's doing this with the axe, right? She's holding it behind her, but the blade is supposed to face out. She's got it facing towards her, which means when you flip it back, the blade is gonna come near, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So anyway, she just did it one too many times and just nicked herself right in the fucking spine.
Oh my God.
And cut her back. She's wearing like a spaghetti strap top. So she straight up cut herself in the back because she's holding that.
Is she paralyzed? Or
no, she just, thank God she didn't like hit her spine.
Okay,
God. But she cut herself pretty good.
Can you imagine?
She's like, why did that happen? And I'm like, because we told you 9 times, lady, to not hold the axe like that. You're so goddamn stupid.
What the fuck, dude?
Yeah.
Can you imagine becoming Doc Ock because you did that? Like she cut the spine and it has to have like octo arms.
The power of the sun in the palm of my hand.
Holy shit, dude. That's crazy.
I know,
yeah. You just every day don't know if you're gonna have to call an
ambulance. Absolutely.
What the fuck, dude?
Yeah.
Wow.
To loop it back to the General Hospital thing, because I do the, like I said, I consult people, so I have to teach them. So I go through safety and stuff.
Yeah.
And no offense to General Hospital, but their board setup is terrible because nothing's anchored.
Okay.
Right? So you throw an axe, the whole thing goes like it rickets, right?
Yeah.
So you don't throw it right, it bounces off hard. And nothing's soft. It's all hard shit because it's a set who gives a shit, right?
Yeah.
And so I'm telling these actors, like, hey, if you throw it too hard, it will bounce back.
Yeah,
and like it won't hurt you necessarily, but there's a chance that it will.
Yeah.
And then the fucking director is like, but it's safe. No, it's not.
No, it's not. It's actually
It's actually really dangerous.
It's a projectile weapon.
Yeah,
it is an axe on the move.
Because of course he doesn't want me to scare the actors, but at the same time I'm like, what? Pick a different sport, you fucking goons! Like, what are we doing here? Like,
but it's safe.
Axe throwing, because it was a niche thing. A few years ago, they added it to the show. I totally get it, but it's like baseball, but not even. That's probably harder. Like a pitching range is probably harder to do.
Well, I don't know. I mean, it's probably safer. Maybe
safer in terms of weapons, but also like you probably need more space to film that kind of shit.
True.
I don't know.
But whoever thought was like, let's go with
axe throwing. Yeah, darts. Shit.
Darts.
Do anything.
Darts.
Pool. Fuck, bro.
Come on. Wild. That is crazy.
Crazy, dude.
Well, dude. Thank you for being on, Jared. This is awesome.
Of course,
dude,
man. Absolutely.
We met by coincidence about 2-ish years ago.
Yes, we're on a YouTube channel about 2 years ago where you bullied me for like 9 hours straight. That was pretty much the whole bit.
The whole thing, we like went into a mall. You had to buy buy me like iPads and Apple Visions, and
that's right.
We were getting chased around by mall security.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Was it with you that got kicked out of the mall? Was that with you?
Yeah.
I think so. We got escorted. Like that security guard just kept following us. Right.
I was shitting myself the whole time, but I was trying to act cool.
No,
my
dude,
character was supposed to be like, I don't care about the
rules.
rules.
Because you're like a preppy little kid.
Like, oh my god. We're getting kicked out by the mall cop.
That's the thing about YouTube, bro. I'm so desensitized to that shit now. It's so crazy because I feel like a few years ago I'd been like, "Oh my god, we can't do this. This is against the rules or whatever." But like YouTube is so guerrilla style. Like,
it's truly
like literally, there's like 3 other people filming right now.
It's literally we're in a park and there's like 3 different YouTubers probably right now.
Yeah,
we could do a collab video. I bet
probably,
right now.
Probably.
But we did that, and you were hilarious, and
back at you, man.
And I did like another Squid Game video. I didn't do a whole lot, but it
was. That's right. You were there for the Squid Game one too. That was set the trends, bro.
Dude,
the trends.
Crazy videos.
The current YouTube kids trend right now is Huntrix.
What?
K-pop Demon Hunters.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it's all over right now, man. It's all over.
Yeah. I never watched it, but
why? I'm kidding. An adult man. Why would you watch it in the first fucking place?
I'll watch Bluey.
Is that okay?
Is that all right?
I'll watch Bluey.
I'll watch Bluey. I'll do it. But you're an actor. You're stand up.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about your acting journey coming out to LA and all that
stuff.
Okay.
Well, it's been a weird time to be an actor, I think. And I'm sure you agree with that, right? Because I moved out in 2018, which means I had like 2.5 good years.
Yeah. It was a good run.
It was a good run. When I first came out here, I did a lot of student films.
Yeah.
You know, that kind of stuff.
Yep.
That was classic. It was like there was like a path in 2018 to be a classic actor. There was a path that everyone in like 2005, 2010, they took that same path. It's just like short films into commercials into like doing your dream, right?
Yep.
So I did that for about 2 years. And then
what happened?
Something I don't remember. I remember something about a disease or some shit.
Yeah. Oh yeah. COVID-19.
COVID-19. Yeah, that shit happened. And because I was doing improv, I was doing stand up at the time too.
Yeah.
And I was actually really starting my career.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember you know what UCB is? Do you know what UCB is?
I saw that you did some classes at UCB.
Yeah. I finished my 401 class at UCB, and then was going to my audition to join their 2-year program called Academy, and that was like Wednesday was like March 15th. That was when the world shut down. My audition was that Friday. You know what I mean? So it was like this crazy happenstance. I had a bunch of weird stand-up things that got canceled, so we ended up being like Zoom shows. So I did one of my first stand-up like 10s that I ever did, 10-minute time over a Zoom show.
Damn.
And then I didn't do stand-up for 6 years.
Wow.
Because it really just hurt my soul.
I bet,
you know what I mean?
Any kind of Zoom call, but doing stand-up.
And then what else? Oh, and then I started I was a part of an improv team we did an online web series show that was like a combination of improv and sketch.
Okay.
So we were always the same characters, but we improvised scenes.
Yeah.
Like, you know what Commedia dell'arte is?
Yeah.
It's like Commedia dell'arte.
The little the popo or whatever.
Yeah, the mask work and stuff. You could have just said that.
That's probably a better way to say it.
Yeah, Papa the Popo. Yeah. But anyway, so it was that. So we all play the same characters every episode, but every episode we do different circumstances.
Oh, cool.
And so the show concept, especially because we were all over Zoom, is hacktivists.
Okay.
I forgot what the show was called. Anyway, Control Alt Underground. Look it up. It's still on YouTube.
Yeah.
But like the 5 of us would get on our like a panel thing for like Zoom.
Yeah.
And the whole like concept is we're all different hackers in different parts of the world, and we're all anonymous to each other, but we're coming together to do like different hacktivist crimes. And we'd get like pretty famous comedians to come and improvisers to come be our guest stars and stuff. Yeah. And so we did that for about a year during the pandemic.
Yeah.
And the reason I stopped doing that is because I found out a lot of my teammates would turn their cameras off when they weren't doing scenes and would take their phone out and be like, and then be like, hey, Chad, come back in. And be like, what's, and literally turn the camera on and be like, what's going on? And this is a live feed, by the way.
Man.
So be like, yeah, what do you mean what's going on?
Yeah,
man?
yeah,
like,
yeah.
if you do improv, you don't ask that goddamn question.
No,
yeah. It's just so stupid.
You're getting on your phone in an improv scene? Yeah, that's crazy.
You gotta be in the moment, right? So I started to get really upset. But also, it's a pandemic. Nobody gave a shit. We had like 50 viewers maybe per episode, who gave a shit? So when around the time when we were starting season 2, which was like year 2, I was like, I'm good. Yeah.
I'm out.
I don't do this anymore.
I'm ready to head out real quick. Do an Irish goodbye.
Yeah, pretty much. And I'm still in contact with some of those guys, but for the most part, no. But anyway, and then
that's part of LA.
Exactly.
Doing stuff and sometimes learning, hey, this was a good season.
Yeah, exactly. We got to dip and do.
Yeah.
Let's see, acting wise, I've been a commercial actor for I don't know, like 7 years now.
Yeah.
I got my first commercial campaign right before the pandemic.
Nice.
Literally, it was fucking sick.
Yeah,
I was supposed to be the spokesperson of a Canadian cryptocurrency company called BitBuy. Look it up, BitBuy guy. Those commercials are still on YouTube.
Are you still a sponsor for BitBuy?
I did it for 3 years, legit. I did it for no, 2 years.
Yeah.
I did like I think like 6 or 7 commercials for I'm sorry, legit though. It was like 6 or 7 commercials I did for them, and like sketch bits. Like they kept flying me out to Canada and stuff. It was actually really cool. And anyway, the last time they filmed with me, this is during one of the crashes, like market crashes. Yeah. So they owed me like a few $1,000, like $4 or $5 grand. You know what I mean? And they just didn't pay me for like 9 months, because their excuses were like, oh man, we're just like. Nobody, so we get to you. We'll get to you. And I was like, no, that's not how that freaking works, buddy. You owe me so much money. Yeah. So me and my representatives kept pestering them.
Yeah.
And then they finally paid me and then never got in contact with me again, obviously. Because when you do that, you kind of burn the bridge, which I've learned over the.
You're just trying to get paid for the work you did.
But
it's just annoying.
It's the weirdest thing, right? It's the weirdest thing. But if you ask too many times, then you're annoying and they never want to work with you ever again, which I get.
So crazy.
But it's also the worst fucking shit, right?
Yeah. And any other, I fear maybe acting is the only one that does this, but maybe like in regular industries, do you think that happens? Where it's like.
Unfortunately, yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I do. I know I have a lot of friends who are in regular industries, and I feel like what's weird is like the nepotism you hear about the acting industry that exists in other industries.
Damn.
Right? The fraudulent behavior that happens in this industry happens in every industry. It's the craziest thing, right?
Yeah.
I know people who are like, yeah, I built this guy's house. He still owes me $30,000. Like, what do you mean he still owes you? Take the house, bitch. You know what I mean? That's your damn house.
A shitty house.
Yeah. It's crazy to me, dude. So I think just negligence is such a universal thing, unfortunately.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
So is acting something you always want to do since like growing up? Like that's what you wanted to do?
I've been a theater stage actor since I was 5.
Okay. Yeah.
So the first 5. Yeah. I immigrated to America when I was 5.
Oh, cool.
And then for whatever reason, I just fell into I've always had a large personality, so I think my family always knew I'd be doing something within this industry. So my first play that I was ever in, or musical I was ever in, was the Wizard of Oz.
Nice.
I was the lion.
Yeah.
At 5, so it was terrible.
Courage.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure if I remember anything correctly about it is that I watched the movie Wizard of Oz like 1,000 times, and then would read the script as I'm watching the movie and be like, great, these are the choices I need to make. Like copy straight from the movie.
Nice.
Were
you listening to the Led Zeppelin album at the same time? Is it that one?
What are you talking about?
Do you know about that?
What are you talking about? What the fuck?
Sorry, I did crack right before this.
Yeah, apparently,
man. Like a thing, I guess, where I could be saying this wrong and people could be mad at me, but it's like I think it's some album by Led Zeppelin. If you play it at the same time, it matches Wizard of Oz.
I have heard about this. Yes. Yeah. No, I didn't do that shit. Yeah. That's so fun.
Well, yeah, You barely knew how to read properly. How are you memorizing a script?
Dude, Asian, bro. You talking about? I came out the womb doing math on an abacus, dude. You know what I mean?
Man.
Yeah.
That's sick.
I came out, I was like, Mother, this pregnancy, this birth lasted this long.
She's like, I guess we'll keep it.
He seems to be viable.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. Damn. So did you have a good time with Wizard of Oz?
I did. What's funny is I actually did like 2 other versions of the Wizard of Oz when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Because I did that when I lived in Idaho.
Oh, nice.
All places weird enough. And then we moved to Colorado where I grew up.
Yeah.
And then we did another version of the Wizard of Oz that was basically like a mash of all Wizard of Oz's that's ever happened.
Okay.
I was in the 5th grade. I don't know what to tell you. Yeah, I was 10 when this one happened, right?
Okay.
But God, what was it? It was like The Wiz, Wizard of Oz,
black and white version.
It was all these different slammed. It was like an anthology Wizard of Oz songs.
Yeah.
But again, I played
the
lion.
Nice.
Again, it was twice. And I remember specifically in that because I was 10.
Yeah.
We had these like live wireless microphones, and I kept fucking up the lines. I remember this so specifically. I don't know why. This is a memory that'll stay with me forever.
Yeah.
But we had me and the people who were like the main, like the principal, like with Dorothy, Lion, Tin Man, and Scarecrow.
Yeah.
We all have to be on stage pretty much the whole time while these anthology things are happening, right? And at some point, I said the line that was of the next scene in the previous scene, and whatever, we played it off. No problem.
Sure.
We're also 10. Who gives a shit, right?
Yeah.
The lights are going down in our section to go up on the next song that's happening.
Yeah.
And they didn't turn my microphone off in time. So literally just thundering through the speakers, you just hear, "Oh my God, I fucked that up," right? God, I got in so much trouble.
Yeah. Hey, we've all been there.
No, come on, dog. Come on. We all been there.
At 10, though, at least you got it out of the way.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that was kind of your intro, was that world, and then you decided, I'm going to make it go to LA. Was that after high school?
Well, I went to college for acting as well.
Okay,
so I got my degree. I got a BFA in stage acting.
Nice. Yeah.
And my original plan was actually to move to Chicago because I've always wanted to do comedy. Comedy has always been the path that I want to take.
Yeah.
And so my plan was to move to Chicago to just do improv for the rest of my life.
Oh, damn.
And because I did improv pretty much from like 14 until now.
Yeah,
you know
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah,
So doing
yeah.
improv for a long time, longer than stand up actually.
Nice.
But somebody when I was in college convinced me to move to LA because they were like, you can do stand up, improv, and acting in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Versus Chicago, there is some acting, but if you want to, unless you want to be in Chicago blue for the rest of your goddamn life, I would move to Chicago.
Yeah.
That's totally fair. So I moved to Los Angeles.
Nice.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you were like, I'm gonna have a long career of doing all things all the time, and there won't be such thing as a COVID thing. And then,
exactly.
But no, you've made it work. You're like constantly doing stuff. I've seen
more
you
or
on your
less.
story.
Yeah.
You're in a commercial recently and stuff like that. It's super cool.
Yeah, I've worked in the last like 2 years. My career has picked up, which is really nice. I can't complain about that for sure. Like again, like the YouTube stuff that we met on has kept me freelance. Yeah, which has left me open to do pretty much whatever I want career-wise, you know? And so last year I was in the Apple keynote. I did that one.
That's
I was the hand model for the Apple 16. Actually, it was 2 years ago now, isn't it?
Did you have to stretch it out, or would you?
Dude, it was actually awful. It was a terrible job because,
Really?
like, I'll take out my phone, right? It was this. It was this. Like, let's say the camera is between us, and I have to raise the phone to this angle every time. It's literally right here, and they're like, lower. No, you did it too high. No, lower. Okay. No, that's too low that time. No, that's too high that time. It's like, actually, can you angle it differently?
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck this job. And it was crazy because I guess I shouldn't be talking about this because I signed the NDA, but whatever.
That's fine.
Who cares? Nah, I don't give a shit. That's fine. It doesn't bother me.
This was Samsung, actually.
Yeah, exactly. We'll call it a different company.
Yeah. We'll call it Cricket.
Cricket.
Cricket Wireless.
Cricket's hilarious. So I worked this commercial for Cricket Wireless. Anyway, like this company's exclusivity and like secretivity is like secretness. I don't know what the word is. It was so dense. It was so crazy. At one point, I was practicing the motion of like bringing the phone up and down because I want to make sure I get the shot right for that shot. Yeah. And I see this big like Thor ass motherfucker. I swear to God, his name was Chris, and it came up to me. It's like Swedish. I swear to God, it came up to me and he opened an extra large umbrella, and we were in San Francisco, and it was an overcast day, so I was like, I need a goddamn umbrella. Yeah. But he opened an umbrella not above me, but behind me, and it was huge. This umbrella was massive, and I was like, "Thanks, man." And he was like, "Yeah, whatever." And I was like, "Okay." And so at one point, he's got to go do something else, and he's like, "Hey, hold this umbrella, right?" And I was like, "I don't need it." And he was like, "Hold this umbrella, hold it."
Oh shit!
I was like, "Oh my God!" So I realized he's the head of security for the production
Thor
company.
is the head of security. Fuck yeah.
And the reason they have this umbrella behind me is because they're trying to hide what I'm doing. Because we're on the street of San Francisco. So I was like, okay, this is a little silly, right?
Yeah.
So I talked to him. I was like, I don't think anyone's going to recognize what I'm doing in terms of this being a Cricket wireless commercial. Right? Yeah. And the guy goes, I swear to God, as I'm saying this, I turn around and there's a double-decker tour bus of like all Japanese people taking pictures of us on the street. And he just points and I go, okay, valid.
Yeah, for sure.
Fuck, that's crazy, right?
Yeah. What the hell?
But it was so secretive. They had on site, they had a guy, it was called the Director of Technologies Manager, okay? So this dude, DTM, whatever his name was. Sure. They'd be like, okay, we're about to start the scene. Could we bring the DTM on set? And you'd see a guy come out 100 yards away in a tent, open up the tent. He's wearing a fanny pack that's strapped so tight to his chest. He's coming around like this. Like that. Finally comes over to you.
Yeah.
Unzips the fanny pack and takes out the brand new phone that's like the product.
Yeah.
And goes, do not let anyone see that. I swear to God, after every take, this guy would have to run back from this tent, grab the phone for me. Yeah. Every take. Because they don't want anyone to see it. They don't want anyone to like know that I had it.
I mean, let's be honest. Each Cricket wireless phone kind of looks the same.
The same, yes.
So
I know.
It's like, really?
I know. I was so funny. Wow. They were like, and like, I remember like, because even now, like, say I signed an NDA with them.
Yeah.
Even though I was in the commercial and it was worldwide, I have family in Singapore. That's where I'm from. I have people in Singapore, friends I haven't spoken to in years, message me like, hey, were you in this Cricket wireless commercial? I was like, yeah, that was me. My favorite comment, by the way, from this was people that I knew in high school. I went to high school in Colorado, so a lot of white people. Okay? And the commentary I got from a lot of different people was like, hey, man, I know we haven't talked in a minute, and I don't want to be racist, but I just watched this Cricket wireless commercial, and I swear to God, the guy who's doing stuff looks just like you, man. I don't want to be racist.
I don't want to be racist.
But it looks just like you. And my response back was like, good. That was me, stupid bitch, right? I think that's so funny. But anyway, because even though I put it, even though it's worldwide, it's on YouTube. I can't admit that I was in a production for this company specifically. Isn't that crazy?
That is crazy.
It's wild. I remember when the commercial aired, I posted it on my Instagram, like just the commercial. It was on YouTube. I clipped it off of YouTube. So I put it on my Instagram off of a YouTube clip. And I put it up, and I followed one of the producers because we made friends, right?
Sure,
so he followed me, and he saw the post, and in like 5 seconds we putting up, he literally was like, "Hey man, you signed an NDA. You got to take that down right now." And I was like, "Really? It's like public domain now." And he was like, you can't admit that you're in. Like it's I'll clip you the NDA you signed. You can't admit that you're even part of this production at any point.
Oh wow.
I was like crazy, right? Anyway, so then this is where it gets weird. Colbert Report did, or the Colbert Report, the Colbert Show, the Daily Show, Colbert, before it was canceled.
Did you cause the
cancellation? I did, bro. He did, because the whole bit for those shows is they'll take the most up and coming thing and make fun of it.
Sure, yeah.
And so in the commercial, I am taking the new AI feature of the Cricket wireless phone, and I'm pointing it at things to scan. And the thing they're making fun of is I go to a kava, which is a kava, a salad restaurant, and I'm like, in the commercial, I walk up and I go, and I take out so stupid. I take out the phone and I scan the Kava restaurant, and then it goes, "This is Kava, a restaurant. Here's the menu." And like the bit they do is like they show that clip, and then Stephen Colbert goes, "What a fucking idiot!" Right? Because the other bit of the commercial is I walk up to a lady and her dog, and I'm for some reason, because I can't talk to people, instead of asking the lady what kind of dog she has, I'm like, and scan it with the phone, and then the thing's like, "This dog's a border collie," and then like I nod at the lady, and he's like, "Wow, so you can't just ask the lady what kind of damn dog that is, right?" Just making fun of it. I posted that clip of me, because that's me as the actor, getting basically called an idiot on national television as a clip on my Instagram. No problem.
What the hell?
I messaged that producer again. I was like, "Is this a problem?" He's like, "No, you didn't post it." Like Colbert, you know what I mean?
What the fuck?
Colbert posted it. And you're just posting a clip from Colbert. I was like, you're right. The loopholes. I know.
That's all we do is try to figure out the loopholes, so we just show our parents that we're actually doing stuff. It's like, Mom and Dad, I swear this is a real job.
I swear to God.
You're like, I don't know. I don't believe that was your hand.
I know,
like,
exactly.
Bro, this guy from Colorado could tell.
This random dude who thinks he's racist thought it was me.
Fuck, dude. Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, we go through so much weird shit.
Yeah, dude. This industry is a mess for sure.
Let's see. I would say one question I asked from that is, do you feel like some people feel like they're holding back in life? They're not choosing like the path that they really feel like they're supposed to be on.
Sure.
Do you feel like this world, I mean, you talked about it since you were a kid, you loved comedy,
yeah.
theater. Is this the path that you think you're going to be on for the rest of your life?
I do. Actually, legitimately do.
Yeah.
I think, I don't know if I was called, voice crack. Well, I don't know if I was called to be an entertainer.
And we'll start from the top.
Yeah. Roll it back. Let's delete all of this, actually. We got to start over. No, I don't. I think, yes, I've always been kind of an attention whore. To be frank. Same. You know what I mean? Exactly, right?
Yeah.
You don't do this. You don't sit in front of a fucking camera for 45 minutes unless you're an attention whore. You know what I mean? But I don't know. I definitely think I'll be doing this for the rest of my life. Or at least I'll try to do as fast as this. You know, like I think it's almost like a fault of mine. If we're talking about something vulnerable, the thing I think about all the time is like I'm actually like upset with myself sometimes that I don't want to do something else.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. No, I get it.
Because I try to picture in my head making more money doing anything else with my life. I'm like, I'll do it for a month and then blow my goddamn brains out. You know what I mean? Like I would hate it so much. And I love this and I'm so poor all the time, but I still love it, you know? Yeah. It's crazy. But again, the advice that I give to people, especially actually wherever you live, is if you want to do it, you'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Especially making money.
Yeah.
This is one of the most expensive cities in the world.
Yep.
And I'm not saying I'm doing very well. I'm not saying, whatever your situation is, but we're surviving.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We're surviving, which is incredible to say the least. And one of the most expensive cities in the world. I'm not going to bed hungry at the very fucking least. And I have a bed.
Yeah. Huge.
You know?
Huge.
And I think that's also my thing is I feel like I try to be overtly optimistic about that kind of stuff, you know? Because like, that's however no other way to do this.
Yeah, if you're a pessimist out here, then
go home, go back to your hometown. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think every year I have like 4 or 5 people who are like, "Hey, let's go hang out. I got something to tell you." You know exactly what they're gonna tell you.
Yeah.
I'm leaving. You're like, no shit. You know? Just happened yesterday. A very, very good friend of mine was like, "Hey, I haven't seen you in like a year." Like I wasn't sure we were still friends, by the way, because we haven't seen each other for like a year, right?
Yeah.
And so she's like, "Let's hang out. I got like some pretty big news to tell you." I'm like, it just means you're leaving, obviously.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You're pregnant.
You're pregnant, you know.
That is Jared.
Or you're going to jail.
Yeah, you're going to jail.
But anyway, but again, what I told her is like maybe 3 years ago, if you told me you're leaving, I've been like, you're giving up, you piece of shit.
Yeah.
But now I'm in a place, I've been in this industry long enough. I'm not saying it's not worth it, because it's totally worth it. But if you're willing to leave, go. That's what I say. Honest to God. It makes me sad to see my friends leave. But at the same time, this is such a hard, terrible industry to go into if you don't want it with all of your fiber, you know?
Yep.
Like if there's any part of you, and I got told this in college, if there's any part of you that has a backup plan and you see yourself feasibly doing that backup plan, go do it.
Yeah.
Go do it.
Yeah.
I have a backup plan. I'm not saying don't have a backup plan.
Yeah.
I have a backup plan, but I don't want to do it.
What is it? Dude.
Oh yeah, my backup, because I was a commercial chef for a really long time.
Oh really?
So I cooked in a bunch of different restaurants and stuff. And I do love cooking.
Yeah.
I love cooking for myself. I don't want to be like when I was the fattest and the most unhealthy I ever was in my entire life was when I was a commercial cook.
Yeah.
Because I cook for 9 hours a day and then go home and eat 5 McDonald's burgers. Because I'm not going to cook for myself.
Yeah.
I just cooked for 9 hours, right?
Yeah.
I was smoking mad cigarettes. I was eating like shit, dude. I had like terrible acne because I would eat like greasy shit.
Yeah.
And then go sit in a greasy kitchen and stand over oil like this and just like sift like sauteed onions for fucking 9 hours straight. So, but I'm a pretty good cook. Right. And I think I have found success doing that already in terms of I had to make a decision a few years ago where I was like, do I want to keep being a cook or actually be an actor? So I had to quit my cooking stuff.
Wow.
So I could start pursuing this.
Yeah.
But I know if I ever wanted to quit this, I could go back to like culinary school.
Sure.
And like maybe take like cooking more seriously.
Sure.
And it's more of a stable job. Like I wouldn't necessarily be like a 5-star chef by any means, but I could find a restaurant job that'll pay me like a full-time wage.
Yeah.
And benefits.
Yeah.
Live my life.
So it's always there, but it's kind of
always
like,
there.
You're gonna stay there.
Yes, I don't want to do it. That's the truth. I know it's in my capable wheelhouse, but God, kill myself. Oh my God,
please,
kill myself, bro.
I never thought about that. Yeah, a cook would not want to cook for themselves.
No.
You're working all day. It's like, say, being an actor, if you did like a show all day, it's like, I'm gonna play pretend when I get home.
I
think I'm gonna
be as real as possible, dog.
yeah.
Even now, like I'm sure, like this is like here's a question for you on your podcast, right?
Yeah.
How do you feel as an actor? How long have you been in the industry for?
I officially started working as an actor in LA in 2022.
Nice. Okay, that's long enough for sure.
I started like figuring out the craft and all that back high school.
Yeah. So this is my question for you because I asked all my actor friends this question. Okay, when you watch TV, is it work?
Because of school and because of watching stuff on filmmaking, I have a hard time watching stuff without it becoming I wonder how they did that, or I know how they did that.
Counting scenes, you're counting cut scene, like time between cut scenes. You're looking at framing, you're looking at position of frame, all that stuff. Dude. Same. That's what I think. It's work. It's work. That's why I watch a lot of reality TV because I turn off when I watch that shit. Like, I watch Survivor and I'm just like, Jeremy, stupid. You know?
It's slop.
Yeah, but I think it's all work, man. You know what I mean?
It's very true. And I think it's like, when sometimes a show I'll just completely forget and I'll just be locked in and I won't think about it, but it does creep in on you.
Oh yeah, totally.
And I'm sure with any other industry, I mean, like if you're, in the marketing world, you see a
potential sale.
You're like, I wonder.
Everything's a potential sale.
That thing. Yeah.
Always be closing.
Always be closing ABCs. So it's like, every industry is gonna come with something, I guess.
Totally.
And
exactly.
So we're choosing our problems, and that's that book. I don't know if you've read it, but the subtle art of not giving a fuck, I think is what it's called.
I've heard of it. I've not read it.
There's a part of it that talks about that every job's gonna have problems.
Totally.
So you choose your problems.
But that's also something I've had to realize, especially about this industry, is, and I've talked about this with a lot of different people, is like turning your passion into money. You know what I mean? Because we all started, especially acting. I don't know about other industries. Like I don't know who was like, I want to be a data analyst. This is my passion. Accounting. You know, I don't know anyone, right? But actually, that's a lie. I know some people who are just fucked on over math, bro. Just like reading books that are this big about one formula and how it's unsolvable. That kind of stuff. I know people like that. It's very crazy. Anyway.
Yeah.
What were we just talking about? That's on a tangent. That's so funny.
We're talking about math. We're just talking about like people in their industry, like if they're picking their problems and they love math and they love.
I don't know what we're talking about. I don't know. I wish I hadn't gone on that tangent. My bad. My bad.
Just like, and it's gone.
Yeah, and it's gone. And it's gone.
That's okay. But it's sort of that like, you're picking your problems and we're picking this problem, this crazy industry.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But,
I love it though.
Yeah,
you love it?
Yeah. I mean, some days I'm like, oh my God, like I need to get out for a second. Like I need to go like walk in the mountains or something to escape.
Oh, totally. I think that's normal too, though. You know, I don't think being in it all the time is, even LA, like the city.
Yeah.
Is,
I
gotta leave it.
Yeah, dude, I was gonna meet you at noon, and then I didn't realize the marathon was going on. It took like an hour longer to get to you.
But that's the city,
and
dude.
I live 6 miles away.
Oh, really? What part of the city do you live?
I'm right in the center of Hollywood.
Oh, that's that's not that far. Oh,
that's theater, bro.
It should be like a 20-minute drive, bro. That's crazy.
Like if we were filming this in Colorado, I would have been like, I'll be there in 2 seconds.
Yeah,
that's 6 miles. But here,
that's true.
Like, oh shit, I didn't realize half of LA is running on the streets.
It's so performative.
I only killed like 5 people today.
Yeah, good.
I only ran over about 5.
Good.
Maybe
that's
6.
That's a record, man. That's like an all-time low. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta keep moving. So
you gotta keep killing them, bro.
But that is an annoying part. Is like LA does kind of like throw a lot at you, so you just have to kind of keep pushing through the shit in order to get out.
Do you like LA?
No.
Wow, interesting.
I mean, I love the people.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of crazies, but I love the people. I love the just the creative hub.
Yeah,
I would say
the potential to do what you want in terms of art.
It's incredible. I would say just the infrastructure is batshit.
Yeah,
like, did we think this through?
I agree.
A roundabout that goes through a Walmart. Like, I don't know how that's gonna work.
I heard the funniest thing of the day. I was watching a reel and they were like just showing different slideshows of pictures of Los Angeles, and the caption was like, "Los Angeles, everyone's favorite third world country."
Yeah, it's true.
That's so funny.
It's true.
It's so true.
It just is what it is. So, do you love LA? Do you like it?
I go through phases, man.
Yeah.
I feel like I do, but then I don't. You know, you can do so much out here. But I really mean it. You can do so much. in terms of our art, I don't know where else I could do this.
True.
The way that we do this, you know, in terms of acting and or what otherwise.
Yeah.
But also you can do whatever you want, man. You
yeah.
have 2 hours, you go skiing.
Yeah.
1 hour, you go surfing.
Yeah.
You know, it's always hot. It's you know, whatever. I think it's so funny when people complain about like if there's no seasons. I wish I had seasons. I grew up in a place where it was cold half of the year.
Yeah.
You don't want that shit.
It's don't want that.
Awful.
Dude.
It's so bad. I love Colorado. I go back all the time. I'm literally back in a couple months, but like,
nice. Yeah, you're never going back.
No. I don't think I'd ever live there again. Because like I grew up in Colorado Springs.
Yeah.
I don't know if your listeners live in Colorado Springs. Anyone's been there?
I think we have 3 listeners, and 2 of them are me editing.
Yeah, good.
And then one.
We'll build. Hey. We'll build.
Random guy. Thank you. I appreciate you for being here. We might have 4 now. I don't know.
Yeah, let's go. But Colorado Springs is a really great place to raise kids and to die in. Unfortunately, it's a great place to be a senior citizen and be old.
Yeah.
But like to be our age there is the most boring shit on earth, bro. There's nothing unless you just love wearing chacos and going hiking. You know, but good God, you know,
not for you though.
I love hiking. I love wearing sandals, but like.
Get me my Sanooks and let's go.
Yeah, exactly. Let's go, man. I think I used to be more into it. I think LA's changed me a little bit. I'm more of a city boy now. You know? But
fair. Nice.
But I do. I think overall I'd say I love Los Angeles. The reason I asked that is because I feel like a lot of people in my sphere don't like Los Angeles. One of my best friends loves it.
Yeah.
And then everyone else I know is like, I'm here because it's a job.
Right.
Like,
that's fair. Business trip that's lasted 6 years.
Exactly.
So I think I've just had to find things to love in order to survive here. Like if you're living in a place where you just absolutely hate, and it's like why? You know, it's part of that.
Totally.
If you're thinking about leaving, just go. Save yourself some time. And stuff like that. So, but in terms of your life, like there's a lot of things. I'm sure you were, you know, doing all kinds of jobs, all kinds of acting jobs too. But I'm sure there's been like some life lessons from all of that. Have there been any like mistakes that you've made in life, or big or small, that you would say has impacted you?
And I'd say my largest mistake, and this is like something I'm still fighting, is being too eager. And not even in terms of like desperation for jobs. I just mean like I'm too eager to please, and I'm very bad about disappointing. I'm very terrified of disappointing people, even though it's kind of inevitable. You know what I mean? And so I'm the kind of guy who'll just accept jobs no matter what. Which is not good, you know.
What jobs are we talking?
Like in general, like I not that I can't do this. This one's actually one that I'm capable of doing.
Yeah.
But a friend of mine's offered to pay me a few grand to be set deck for his film.
Oh, cool.
And it's cool, but I've never set deck before in my life.
You're like, a tech deck. I got a skateboard.
Yeah, exactly.
What the fuck is that?
About this,
yeah.
I mean, again, set decoration, if you know what that is. But like, it's super easy. It's not like it's gonna be a hard job. But like, we're doing this bit for a guy who's hiring this company to make this like really cool action film.
Yeah.
And he's asking for all this like crazy shit. He's like, Yo, I need you to build a mirror that we can break. I'm like, I don't know how to build breakable glass, you moron. What are you talking about? And we look, I priced it too to find a place that'll make him a breakable mirror. It's like $3,000.
Oh my god!
From like this like professional shop that runs out here. And he was like, "Yeah, I don't know if we can cut that." And I was like, "Yeah, no shit, you can't cut that. You're not even paying me that much money. Are you kidding me? It's so much. Like our budget's $3,000 for props and stuff that I'm buying, you know." But again, like the more prevalent one is like the YouTube channel that we worked on together. Asked me to do a lot of really ridiculous stuff over the past few years. Yeah. And I would just say yes, because I was like, I can't lose this job. Yeah. Terrible advice. Don't do that. Yeah. Holy shit. If you're uncomfortable, don't do it. Period. Yeah. That's it. Yep. And thankfully, and again, something that I've learned is, you know, like sometimes you have to give up opportunities if they don't jive with your internal moral compass, right? Yep. So like this YouTube channel, which I still work for a little bit, just asked me recently. They were like, "Hey, are you cool with basically being submerged for 4 hours underwater while we like paint you?" But you know what I mean? Like you just have to basically.
Do you want to be tortured for 4 hours?
It's like, do you want to be in this pool, this cold ass pool for 6 hours? I know, right? Exactly. And I was very honest. I was like, hey man, like truthfully, I'm not like over the past 3 years, you've done water stuff with me. I'm not good in water. I've never been good in water. I always have panic attacks. I always have like hyperventilation or something happened.
I can't breathe underwater.
Yeah, like
I'm not a fish still.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not a fish still. I haven't grown my gills yet.
Yep.
But really, I was like, I've been a smoker a lot of my life, so I have terrible lung capacity.
Yeah.
So they always ask me to do shit like, you just need to hold your breath for like a minute. I'm like, I can't. You know what I mean? It's crazy that you asked me to do that. You know?
I'm not Tom Cruise. Like, I cannot do that.
2 days ago, they asked me like, hey man, what's up, buddy? You want to do this thing? And I was so honest. I was like, hey, like truthfully, I don't ever want to do water stuff with you guys. You guys, I'll jump in the pool if you need me to like jump in for the bit because we're trying to like be out of it or whatever. The end of the bit as we go in the pool, I'll do it.
Yeah.
But if like the bit is I have to be in the pool, you have to film me. I don't want to do it. I can't.
Yeah.
It's uncomfortable for me, and I know it's not good shots for you.
Yeah.
Because I can't do it.
No.
Right.
Yeah.
Didn't respond to me because they're like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whatever. But again, annoying. I think that's the lesson I'm learning is like, if I can't do it, I can't do it.
Yeah.
If that means you don't want to work with me anymore,
so be it, boo.
C'est la vie, bitch.
Bye.
You know? Exactly, dude. I'm like, fuck you then. You know?
True. Yeah.
It's crazy.
I mean, the first day that I worked with you, I think you got in a inflatable pool.
Oh, cockroaches, yeah?
Filled with cockroaches.
Do you know how many times I've done that for that channel? Like 9 times. Like 9 times.
Dude.
Yeah.
0 times is enough.
I know, right? What's so funny, because the last time I did it, I'm so used to it now, it don't even bother me. Because I'll wear pants like this and I'll just tape them off, you know, like I'm going into a meth lab, by the way.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I'm like Breaking Bad, just go to
like, you gotta cook.
To cook, dude. So I'm fine. You know, last time I did, I taped up, wore a sweater and like taped it. So like nothing. And I felt fine. And I've done it so many times that it's annoyingly comfortable. Not comfortable.
No one should be like, I'm comfortable with
exactly, right?
That,
but I think it's so funny because like I watch everyone else be like, you know what I mean? Like, obviously that's the reaction you should have, you know, but it's so crazy. They're so crazy.
Well, I was just like, when I saw you do that and you like stuck it through and they were like, all right, we're getting the take, blah, blah, blah. And also I was like, that poured to like 10,000 bugs on you. So sorry about that.
Whatever.
But also just like you did that, you got done and you're like, all right, I got to get out. And like, you got the bugs out. But I was like, bro, this guy just did that. Like, he's going to go so far in this industry if he's willing to get into a bathtub of bugs. Like, half the actors in LA are like, you want me to sit for 2 hours? I don't think I can sit for 2 hours.
This is my problem with the industry, though.
Yeah.
This legitimately is like all these actors I know who are not doing anything, by the way. No offense. All these people who I know who are just like, I'm an actor.
Yeah.
Fuck, you're not. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Are like, so high and mighty when like we don't have no credits, right?
Right.
Like I have, thankfully, I have the credits I have now, but it's like not at all worthwhile by any means. You know what I mean? Like, I got the things that I've done, but it's not like worked with Brad Pitt or like that, whatever. I'm still proud of the stuff that I've done, but it's crazy to me that actors at our level are like, I won't do that. It's sorry, it's just against my.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm not asking you to take your dick out and swing it around like a helicopter, buddy. You know what I mean? Like, I get there's a line. I'm not saying don't. You know, if you have a line, don't cross it.
Yeah, like you get your arm chopped off or
something compromising. Totally. But like, if you gotta get past your comfort zone a little bit to do something, you probably should do it.
Yeah, you got to. Yeah,
you know?
Yeah. But no. So I think you're gonna go far.
Thanks,
because
man.
of that one.
I appreciate you. That's nice.
The fact that you did that 9 times is crazy. You got to set a limit on how many bugs you give now. But that's crazy.
That's true.
That's crazy. So as we're wrapping up, I always ask. It's kind of like a heavier question, but it's a good question. I think to ask ourselves.
Let's go.
How do you want to be remembered?
Whoa! Damn, dude.
After you've been eaten alive by the bugs.
Yeah. How do I want to be remembered? That's a great question. I think I want to be remembered for my happiness, for my humor, you know? I think, if anything, this conversation I think we had a couple years ago when we first met is like, I tried really, really hard to be like people first.
Yeah.
Not in terms of like safety or whatever, but I just like want to make sure I'm putting my best foot forward and making sure I'm spreading laughter. If I can make one person smile a day, good to go.
Yeah.
You know, I really mean that.
Yeah.
Because that's all I want to do. That's all I want to do. If I can make me money,
give me a 20 after.
Exactly. Yeah. Give me some money afterwards. I'm cool with that too. I'm not saying that's not awesome.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, if people remember me, if they were like, I remember Jared, should we wait a second?
And we're back. Okay, so the question was, because we were interrupted by a fire truck, how the fire truck and the ambulance, they're gone. Okay.
Yep.
So question was, how do you want to be remembered?
Right. And I said, I just want to remember by spreading laughter, basically.
Yeah.
Like, that's the honest truth. Like, I just genuinely want to spread joy. Because not that the world doesn't have enough joy, and I think that's not true. I think the world has a lot of joy in it. But I think it's really easy for people to be locked in here. Yeah. You know? And so I like making sure people aren't locked in here. Yeah. You know? So comedy is just spread laughter, man.
It opens people up and it gets them a little bit of a break from life. And
totally.
Stuff like that.
Totally. Everybody loves to laugh. I think that's the most universal thing on earth, is that you could live in Japan or Texas. Yeah. And you still know what a laugh is. Yeah.
It's
I don't
universal.
Know. Yeah. Is that weird to say? I don't know if that's
no.
Weird
It makes
say,
perfect sense. It breaks barriers, sort of. Yeah.
We could be speaking different languages, and I could still probably find a way to make you laugh. Yeah. Vice versa. Yeah. You know, I'm not saying because I'm so funny. I just mean like in general.
No, but it's true. Yeah.
Laughter is so ingrained in everybody. I think it's so powerful. Personally. Yeah.
That's awesome, and it's so cool. We were talking about on the way here, but you just you hosted the main room.
Yeah, at Flappers. Come check me out at Flappers.
That's huge, and you introduced Adam Ray.
Yeah, sir.
Who's a huge comedian.
Huge comedian.
You're already doing this, and it's super cool. I'm excited to see, like, in the years to come, if these videos don't get blown up by nuclear warheads.
Yeah, true.
Like, we're sitting here now, you're talking about this, like, where you're going to be, because I feel like, again, you're going to go so far. And you just have that, like, I'm going to stick to do it. I'm just going to do it no matter what. And so it'll be cool. This will be a cool time capsule to see.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely.
All of the expansion of how many people you're making laugh.
Freaking hopefully, man. Who knows? Who knows?
So, yeah.
But they can find me on the Epstein Files tomorrow.
You know? Man, yeah. We went for the snorkeling. And
I went to see the sights, man.
Yeah. I thought it was a SeaWorld. What? Yeah. Oh God. Yeah, it's true. Anyone could. I'm just pumped that Bill Nye wasn't on the list.
You're probably on that list, but in the sense of the kids they were trying to take.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. That's the nice thing. I mean, about looking like a kid, because I look 14.
Yeah.
That's one thing I was thinking about. I was like, that's what's nice about looking young, is that you get free trips to islands.
That's fair.
You get so much. Funny. You get so much leg room on planes.
That's really funny.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm not complaining. Maybe a little bit, but
whatever. It's a good bit, man. So, that's a stand-up joke for you, man. That's legit.
I've
really
thought
funny.
about it. I don't know. I've done stand-up once.
Yeah.
And it was horrifying. All my friends showed up, and that was pretty much the audience. My first joke bombed, and I was like,
"What was it? Can I hear your first joke?"
Yeah, it's gonna bomb again.
I don't care. I want to hear it. I want to hear
it. This is my impression of a guy choking on ice. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Oh shit! It melted.
Okay, I like it. I like it. It's very dry, but I like it.
Yeah.
Oh shit! It melted.
And then I just stood there in silence as my friends were like, I was like, pity laugh, please, God. So I took a stand-up class recently, and I was
where at? You mind me asking?
I just joined SAG, and they offer these like random classes, and so it was this like guy that I guess teaches stand-up across the U.S.
Sure.
So it was just me and like 100 other people sitting in a room learning to do stand-up, and it was chaos,
just me and 100 other people. It's a funny sentence, but
but yeah, and so I don't know. I'll think about it. Maybe you can be a mentor. You can teach
I can help you, bro. Come on,
sometime. Guy. But,
honestly, you want legit free advice about stand-up?
Sure.
Be unapologetic. You know why that was bad? Because you know in your head it was bad.
Yeah.
So you presented it bad.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I mean,
actually, it makes a lot of sense. If I went in was like, this is the best joke you've ever heard, they're like, oh, he might be on drugs, but I mean, he's
exactly
about it. Yeah.
That's the one thing about stand-up I think is so funny, is you can say within reason whatever you want.
Yeah.
As long as you say it with the fervor that you believe what you're talking about, you will be somewhat successful.
Yeah.
I don't know if you'll be the funniest person alive.
No.
But you will at least not look like an idiot on stage. Yeah. You know?
Yeah, true.
Because it's very easy to go up there and just be like, you see these things make people laugh. I don't know.
Yeah.
I hate that, by the way.
Joke.
Yeah. That's crazy. But I've heard some stupid ass jokes make some people laugh super hard, and you're like, why did that work? I have no idea why that worked. It's because that guy came up there and went, Okay.
You're like, yeah, that fits. And he was like,
super funny.
full send. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's good to know.
Yeah.
Well, thanks, dude, for being on. This has been
Dude,
fun.
absolutely,
yeah,
man.
Absolutely.
This was so much fun.
Yes.
Have me back sometime.
Absolutely.
Maybe, you know?
Yeah.
Cheers.
Hell yeah. Cheers.